folks. Are you guys ready to have coffee? Seriously. And it's not just any old coffee. It's far out. Come on in. Join Scarlett and Christy as they share with us some far out coffee creations. Now, like I said, it's not just any old coffee. They will be tasting different flavors and different combinations of coffee. And they're going to review it and let you know what they think about it. Well, Scarlett is, and Christy's joining in, of course. So yeah, join the fun. And let's join Scarlett and Christy right here, right now, on the far out world of coffee creations. And you never know. You might hear about some oddballs, and I mean really oddballs, like peanut butter coffee. That sounds really good right now. So yeah, come on in, have a seat, and let's have some coffee.
Morning haze, crack of dawn, she's brewing a dream. Beans grinding rhythm, sweet and smooth like whipped cream. Espresso shots, flying crafting wonders unseen. Scarlett's cafe magic, stirring the caffeine scene. Pour it up, steam the cup, life's a rich aroma. Frappuccinos, cappuccinos, feels like home. A craft in every blend, not a coffee clone. A Scarlett's love of Java, warmth in every sip of. Sunset hues, twilight brews in the kitchen's glow. Espresso cascades like a mountain's flow. Bold beans latte, dream steam rising slow. Scarlett's world of wonder always steals the show. Pour it up, steam the cup, life's a rich aroma. Frappuccinos, cappuccinos, feels like home. A craft in every blend, not a coffee clone. A Scarlett's love of Java, warmth in every sip of. Sip away the worries, let the tension fade. Scarlett's coffee alchemy, elixir homemade. In the cup her passions poured, always custom made. Crafted with sweet care, memories never fade. Mornings glow, rooster crow, baristas take a bow. From macchiato whispers to a mocha vow. Scarlett's joyful journey, magic in the now. Each cup a new adventure, coffee, craft, wow.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Far Out World of Coffee Creations. Scarlett here with some updates. Oh my gosh, guys, we have some updates. So I didn't upload yet because I wanted to get some information before I did it. So what's going to happen is definitely stick around. I'm going to upload today for sure. And in the background, you're hearing my daughter's Night. She's my tag team partner and night manager. So today I'm going to upload all of this so you'll have it, all of the chats and the 2 demonstrations and the other stuff. I took off for a couple of days trying to get everything in order, but by next Wednesday we will have a way for you guys to send happy mail. Not today, but all the way till next Wednesday. So you're going to see that and you're going to be wondering, well, when can we send happy mail? If you want to, of course, it's not necessary, of course. I'm not telling you have to, but if you would rather send the flavor instead of write it in the comments, you'll be able to do that by next week. And we will come on and tell you guys what's going on. We also are going to have a new intro, thanks to Kitten, aka Casey. So you'll get to hear that today when I get this one uploaded. You'll hear her on this particular one. And she's going to do it because, of course, my daughter always says it's just me. Well, it's not just me. My daughter is involved as well. She likes to come in and just hang out and do cameo appearances. So we're letting Casey take over and do the little introduction before Cafe Scarlett plays. The songs are not changing. That is just not going to happen. The 2 songs that I wrote, the AI generated songs, are not changing. Just the intro greeting is changing. And yeah, so that's what's going on there. So I just wanted to let you guys know a few quick updates, what's going on. And yeah, so that's what's happening. We're just basically getting a few different changes done. And I'm going to go next week and get us your way of giving us happy mail if you want to. Like I said, it's not necessary. But I know some people enjoy doing that. I know some people enjoy sending happy mail. And so we're going to get you a way of doing that. I figured this was the way to do it, but I wanted to double check. So you guys are going to get a way of doing it. So basically what's going to happen is, for those, because you're probably going to comment, people are probably already have commented on it going, you can get this. We're getting a P.O. box for Far Out. So we're going to do that, and that's what's going to happen. So Far Out's going to have a P.O. box, so you guys can send, happy mail to Far Out if you'd like. And like I said, it's not something that's necessary, because it's not, but if you so desire to, you can, because I do not do Patreon. I haven't done a Patreon yet, because, this isn't that big yet. Now, if it gets to the point where it gets big, I'm thinking of doing stuff like that, but right now the channel's just growing, and I'm preparing for this. Excuse me, yawning. I'm preparing for this before it gets out of control, if that makes sense, you guys. This is a preventative measure right now. Because you know how, if it's one thing I've learned from the National Weather Service, even though this doesn't have anything to do with weather, prevent it before it goes nuts. And so I'm preventing basically a blow up of the channel and people wanting to send happy mail, and I don't have a way for them to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm basically getting the P.O. box before the channel goes plumb wild on me. and then they have no way of sending Happy Mail when they want to. Is basically what I did it for, is what I'm going to do it for. So if any of you guys want to, you can. Feel free. But you don't have to. Now, down the road, you know, people are probably going to want to, because a lot of people love to support people on channels. I've noticed for things that they love to help the people out and support them. Excuse me. They love to support and help them out and you know, support their favorite channels. And if what Christy says is true, this one's going to take off, because this one's got, out of all the channels that we do, this one's the one that's taking off the most. And so I'm wanting to make sure I keep it built up, keep it going, and go from there. Because I want this channel to be successful too. And I'm going to try my best to make it work. And I'm not going to say we're going to upload every day, because of course we're not, because of holidays and things like that. We will have some holiday celebrations. I will do some weird stuff on holidays too, but I might not upload them on that holiday, depending on what's going on in my real, you know, personal life, you know, not just my YouTube life, but in my personal life. I want to make sure that I get done what needs to be done. So that's that part. I am going to get that P.O. box next week. I'm going to have somebody take me in and we're going to get it. And then I'll come in and tell you exactly what the address is. I'm not sure if I have to put the P.O. in the description too. So we'll see how that works. We'll get that done. And yeah, so you guys will have a way to send it, your favorite flavors, if you want me to try them. And like I said, I will check the box every week. And that will be the video that I do that day. So if I don't get Happy Mail, then I'll just come up with something of my own. And if I get Happy Mail, we'll do that video that day. If it's, you know, if it's one flavor, I'm going to make sure it has, because the P.O. boxes are not that expensive. I did look into it with Kate yesterday. She told me, and she said that they'll let me look at them, which is good. So we'll look at those and then go from there. Now, it's a possibility I might go tomorrow. Now, at the earliest, it might be tomorrow. But I don't know if I want to do it tomorrow or do it Wednesday. It'll depend on what's going on, because I've got to tell the staff, because that way I can do that. And so then we'll just go and I'll get that. So we'll get that taken care of at the earliest tomorrow. But at the latest, it'll be Wednesday of next week, because I'm going to work at the shelter. So that's what's going to happen there. We'll go and we'll get this thing done. We'll get the P.O. box and people will be able to send things. So like I said, I will check it once a week. And then I will give it to you guys. I will put it on every video from that day forward. But I'll also put it in the thing. That way people, if they go to different ones, I will definitely be advertising it if they want to do it for the first few days, just to get it off the ground if people want to do something, just in case it keeps getting bigger. I am going to put it in the, because I think you put it in the description, I believe. So I will put that in there as well, so people can go and find it that way. So, yeah, we're going to have a P.O. box for Far Out. And I'm going to find out some information on it, talk about that with them, and figure out how to do that, things like that. So, yeah. We got that taken care of. Also, the K-Cups that I bought, the cocoa ones, oh my word, there's not 6 flavors, there's not 4 flavors, there's double figures of flavors in those. So, yeah, that was definitely cray-cray. So those have definitely been totally cray-cray. Those have definitely been freaking cray-cray. I was like, whoa, y'all, really, Lexi. But yeah, so that's the updates we have right now. Night manager. Excuse me.
Welcome back to the night training grounds.
Dark Forest.
No problem.
There we go. Whoops. Dark Forest.
Okay, here's sleep sound.
Night manager. I hit the button, dummy.
Welcome back.
Dark Forest.
Alright.
Jeez, I'm such an idiot.
Form part of the dark forest with 17,700 health points.
There we go.
I'll walk this path with caution.
There we go. But, what am I doing? Okay. So we're gonna make some coffee real quick. I need it. I need something. So, yeah, I need some coffee really bad. And yesterday, I had gotten severely burnt. Not like, well, you couldn't see it, but I got really burnt bad. It hurt. The sink adjusted itself really fast and burnt my fingers 3 freaking times. Luckily, I didn't actually get to the point where, I didn't get to the point where I had blisters, thank God, but the reason I'm saying severely burnt is that's what it could have been had I not gotten my hands back fast enough. It could have been really, really ugly, you guys. It could have been really, really, really bad. There we go. What kind do we want? What kind of coffee do we want? Just put this in here. It's just there. Put this back up here. This is a different one. This is a clean one. You know what? I'm gonna have an old standby. Ah. Oh. Oops. I'm gonna have an old standby, y'all. Peanut butter cup. Yeah. I'm just into that peanut butter cup one. I'm gonna have to get me more of these peanut butter cup, you guys. Because I love the peanut butter cup. Now, if, that's another update. If people decide to send me staples that I love, like the peanut butter cup. Dude, are you okay there? Keurig. What is wrong with you? What the hell? Anyway, he was making some funky noises there. And that's why I said I pay attention to these sound effects. Like, what are you? It almost sounded like it was gurgling there. I was like, what the hell? I think it's getting back into the coffee thing because I was brewing cocoa for the last few days for Pro Match Made in Heaven. So it's like, I'm making something different this time. That might have been it. I don't know. But basically, if you send us a staple, for example, for Happy Mail, I'm not going to use that video. I will open it and thank you on the channel, but I won't, of course, taste test it. Because I've already done that. So if you do send a staple, that's fine as well. If you want to send your favorite flavor and you want me to try it, or something like that, that's fine. It could be, you know, I'm gonna make it big enough for you guys if you want to send like it could be K-Pods, it could be a blend, like a bag, like for example, is it up here? Is it up here? Yes, it could be a bag like this. This is my 8 o'clock coffee. It could be a blend like that within a container. I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay, it can be whatever you want. Now, if it don't fit in the box, they'll, you know, probably put something in the box you have a package. But, you know, that's the way it is. If you, and like I said, guys, it's not like you have to do it. You don't have to. But if you want to support the channel, I'm not going to, you know, say that you can't, because I know people like to, and I'm not going to. I'm not one of these people. I say it's not necessary, but I'm not one of these that if somebody says, hey, can I send you a gift, I'm not going to sit there and be bitchy and go, no, you can't do that. You know, I'm giving you guys that option if you wanted to send things to the channel to see my reaction. Yeah, it's going to be an audio, but still, you'll be able to see my reaction in your mind's eye and get a good laugh about it. Where did my chocolate go? Where did my chocolate go? Where is my chocolate cream? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Also, I discovered that the weird flavor that I said was a weird flavor, it's not. It is a sundae. Lisa was correct. The brand is written on the side of it. The brand is the funky one. The brand is the Funky Donkey. And I'm gonna need more chocolate creamer again. I used a lot of chocolate creamer lately. But yeah, so the brand is what's funky. It's I'm not even gonna try to say it again, but yeah. My staff came by yesterday and read me the brand, and it's the funky thing, not the kind of coffee. So the coffee is a sundae of some sort. But yeah, so I am one that is very thankful for any help she gets. I'm not one of these, and Mom would tell you, I'm one of these blind people that I'm not going to be ungrateful for help that I get. When I get gifts, you know, when I get, you know, little gifts and things like that, I am very, 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 very thankful for stuff. I'm not one of these ungrateful people that, like Ryan Hall, he is a grateful person. When he gets supported, he is grateful for what he gets. And that's something you know, it's going to be a learning curve to become successful, especially when I was always told I would never be by a former staff. So basically she was always saying that I'd never be. And so I basically, you know, am doing something that she basically said I'd never do. I'm doing this. Now this is not, as Ryan would say, this is not something that, if he were here, he'd be making the comment, you know, do something you know something about. I know a little bit about coffee. Okay, this is not my typical thing. But also I have a passion for it too. I do have a passion for this. I have a passion to do this and make it, you know, something special. That's what I want it to be anyway. I want it to be something special. And this, you know, and bringing her on too, it makes it fun. Even though, you know, she's a character that I made up. She has a body, of course, because she's a Apple Valley, but at the same time, I don't bring her out here because it's audio anyway. You're not gonna see her. And so, yeah. And there's gonna be times where I'm gonna probably try to do, when I get the K iced, I'm gonna try to do something, and I'm gonna put my milkshake maker up on here too, because I'm gonna try to make a coffee flavored milkshake. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some crazy stuff on here. So it's like, I'm gonna be doing some fun stuff on here. I've got some plans for that. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna be playing with that and doing some things and, you know, just enjoying the moment. You know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't go as planned, you know, at least I have my core base. I mean, I'm just preparing in case it does. Because the moment let's say I don't get the PO, okay? Let's say I don't decide to do it early. This station can grow to, let's just make this 800 subscribers. People will want to send Happy Mail. Hey, we want to send things. Can we just send it? Well, they'd be like, well, can we send Happy Mail? And I don't have an address for them to send it. And that would be a way to shove people away. And I don't want to do that. I want to do it while I don't have very many subscribers. And get it get this up out there to you guys and let you know, hey, this is what's coming. And let you know what's going on. That way, you know, because it's not blown up yet. Okay, there's only 14 of you right now. But if it grows, you know, if this thing decides to take off, I'll at least have it in the bag ready to go. It's already paid for, it's already done. I'm already paying for it monthly. So I'll be able to let you guys send things if you want. So that's how that's going to go. And like I said, it could be a staple, it could be a different one. It doesn't matter what it is. And it could be, you know, if you chose to send a grinder, you know, a coffee grinder, and you sent whole bean stuff, because I've not done those. I'm game to try stuff. You know, it's just I'm one of these that I'm open to stuff. I am open to stuff. I do a lot of K-cups because that's what I know. But I am willing to experiment. Now, my one friend asked me if I had a certain type of coffee. No, I have not. I'm not into... The description I got, I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't like that kind of feeling on my face. Like, if I'm drinking something, I'm not into something floating in it unless I put it in there, like ice. So I'm kind of not into, like, I mean, I would be willing to try it from a shop possibly, but to get it for myself, it would not be something I would honestly buy myself. Because, one, she mentioned how you drink it to the bottom and then there's like a sludge, and she's talking about Turkish coffee is what she's talking about. I'm like, ew, sludge, ew. The thought of that in my mouth, I got a real major sensory thing. That's why I threw that butterscotch away that one time, because it had this big, huge chunk of ice in it that I did not put in there. And if I don't put it in there, it gives me the heebies. That's why I call my coffee, even though it's just in the fridge, I call it iced coffee, because it will ice it itself. So, yeah. And I'm sorry, guys, that you're getting me straight up. There we go. I moved it around. Sorry about that. They're in the litter box. But, yeah, so I'm not into anything with, like, sludge in it or anything like that. That just... Not saying if I found it at a coffee shop, not saying I wouldn't try it, but I wouldn't want no sludge in my drink. It just, oh God, no. That is meant to be liquid, not eek. That's just, no way. My friend loves it. And I think she's following, I believe, too. What up, Missy? Anyway, that one I can call out. She wouldn't care. Missy. Our favorite Missy. Anyway. There you go. Our favorite Missy. Oh. Yes. Peanut butter goodness. But yeah. So today Christy's intros will be up. The last few that I did, Christy will be on it, is the intro. And yeah, we're gonna have fun. I love this peanut butter. But yeah, we wanted to make sure, and my SSA even agreed. She's like, yeah, you might want to get that fixed before anything happens. Because a few people think that's what's going to happen, that this one is going to take off. And so we want to make sure we have every bit of our stuff covered. And I mean, if it does, and down the road I get a Patreon, I don't know what I'm going to do on there. So if you guys have a suggestion, throw it at me. If I ever get a Patreon. I will look into seeing if it has an app. I don't know. I know it's a website. I do know that. I don't know if it has an app too. If it does, that would be more accessible for me probably. If it don't, then I'm going to have probably have some help to do it. But like throw ideas at me, guys. If you use Patreon, for example, for other channels, throw an idea at me for this one, guys. Because I honestly don't know, because I don't know if this one, and throw an idea if like, give me ideas for Patreon. Give me an idea if it ever becomes popular enough to get members. Things like that. I know with members, I could do some members-only live streams where I just do, I don't know, some random talking and stuff like that. Now, of course, I'll probably have to have, now that might be done when somebody's here, because that they might not let me do video that or audio that way, because most of my vlogs are in audio form, because of it's just the same stuff over and over. It's just coffee. I don't think somebody would want to see somebody sitting drinking coffee in a rocking chair all the day. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, because it's coffee, it's the same thing, it's just different flavors. And so, and like I said, my goal for it is to blend the blind and the sighted communities and show you we can think just as much as anyone else. So just, you know, put your mind at work and let your mind think of what kind of weird faces I'm making when I'm tasting some of these wacko flavor. And the smile on her face when she drinks that one. The peanut butter cup. Exactly. Yum. Because I am smiling over here. And those who are blind can hear it. You can hear a smile on somebody's, you know, when somebody's smiling. Because I do. I love... The peanut butter cup is one of my faves. I'm going to have to reorder me more of those. But I love those. And, oh, I tell you, I am going to order me this one cocoa, and I might do a comparison to the coffee on here with the cocoa, because I found a raspberry truffle cocoa, you guys, that is the bomb. And I'm going to make a cup of it on here. And like I said, normally I do not make cocoa on here, but there's a reason that I'm going to do a comparison. I am going to do that because Christy suggested that. I am going to use her idea and do different ones. So if I do like the French toast, I'll have to find out whose brand of French toast it is. If it's the same French toast that I had, then I'm not going to compare them because I'll know I'll love it. But if it's a different one, then I'm going to try it and I'm going to compare to the French toast that I had. So if it's a brand that I've not had, I'm going to compare it. If it's a flavor that I've had, but it's a brand that I haven't, I'm going to do a comparison video. So look out for those. Because we will be doing those as well. And we'll be doing holiday celebrations. I will be doing that because I will be off the week of the 4th of July. So I will be doing those. So we'll be doing that. And I'll do some stuff. So we'll be doing that. And like I said, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to keep up as much as I can. If I can't, I will upload the next day, a couple of them, because I will be working at a place. So that's gonna be different to get things uploaded. It might not be daily, but I'll do my best to upload as much as I can a week. So yeah, we're gonna get this going and hopefully make this work out. I tell you, I don't know. Another update is I don't know why this is, but I swear the cocoa is worse than the coffee when it comes to getting hot. Like, I can sit here with the coffee cup on my legs and it does not hurt. But buddy, you make a freaking cup of cocoa in that Keurig and it's like, ow, 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 ow. Son of a, that hurts. I do not know why it seems to brew cocoa hotter than it brews coffee. I do not know. At least it seems like it to me. Because with cocoa, I literally have to do this. And pardon the mannerisms, guys. But with cocoa, this is what I have to do. I hate doing that on YouTube. I really do. But I have to do that with cocoa. With coffee, I don't. I can drink it straight up hot. I do not know why the Keurig does that. I don't know if it's because it's a straight up, you don't have to put anything in it type of thing, and that's why. I don't know, but it burns like a mofo. I'm like, ow, son of a, ouch, that hurts. But yeah, so yeah, it's not cool. And like one morning I will do on here, because I've got to do one with no talking, but I will do one with talking for Far Out as well, of my morning routine when I'm, making my coffee and stuff like that, because I probably will make a cup of coffee in the morning to wake myself up, because it'll be different getting up in the mornings to get things done. So like this, I can drink it straight up, not have to slurp. Cocoa, slurp, slurp, slurp. I don't know why, but that's the way that is, I guess. That peanut butter cup is the bomb, I tell ya. If you ever want to get started on a flavor, go with something, especially if you're into sweet, go with something like French toast or peanut butter cup, because it is so good. Go into, or, if you don't want to go into the Far Out, but just go to something familiar like butterscotch or caramel or something like that. Something familiar, to get yourself started. But if you want to do something crazy and you're into sweet, go to peanut butter cup or French toast, because those two, or sugar cookie. That one's another good recommendation, because that one's really good. And sadly, I cannot find that one anymore. And I guess it's because of what brand it is. So around Christmas time, I'll try to get me a couple of those flavors from there. Because I cannot find it. So I'll have to get it again down the road at Christmas time. And speaking of Christmas time, I am going to tell you early what I'm doing, what the plan is. Because I did mention it on A Match Made in Heaven, so I'm going to say it over here as well. Because a lot of people do Vlogmas. And Vlogmas, with my schedule, is going to be a pain in the ass. So, our Vlogmas over here on Far Out is going to probably be a coffee advent calendar. I'm going to get a K-Pod advent calendar. And A Match Made in Heavens is probably going to be a cocoa one. Now, I'm going to try to find... Since Christy's involved, I might try to do... get us a cookie one or a brownie one to go with it. So we're going to try to get... I'm going to try to get something to go with the advent. So it's going to be fun. And then that's how we'll do Vlogmas. Because that'll be probably the easiest way to do it this year. because I did Vlogmas last year on A Match Made in Heaven, and the sad part was I did it on one day. I had every video, because I had everything pre-recorded already. I just couldn't get them up because weather was screwing things up. I was dealing with a lot of mental health conditions at the time. And it was just a struggle. And, you know, when, you know, I've heard other YouTubers even say this and open up about it. I do struggle with a lot of depression and stuff. And I was dealing with, you know, it's dealing with the weather, dealing with schedules, trying to go see the family for Christmas and other things. It's just like, oh my gosh, I can't get anything done. I got everything caught up, but then I had to upload it all on the same day, and it just burned me out of A Match Made in Heaven for a few months because I had just done so much that I didn't upload to that channel for the longest time because I was just burned out on getting, because it was more than 24 vlogs. It was like 30 some. Because I had a few of the Morning Grace shows. I had so many, and I literally got burnt out. And you guys understand that. I mean, if you put so many vlogs up in a day, it's going to burn you. It's going to burn you out really bad. And so that's why I'm trying to I want to get these all up today. And then get like maybe one a day or whatever, however I'm going to do it. And not get burnt out. And that's the thing about Far Out. It's not a burnout. It's not the same old, you know, routine all the time. The other one's not really either. But it's not easy to do it when you have such a busy freaking schedule as I do. Whereas Far Out, and Rocky understands this. Rocky gets it because at least she still hears from me. But as far as Far Out goes, all I'm doing is going in, making a freaking K-cup, drinking a cup of coffee on an audio clip, and that's it. But it's just a different flavor, and it's a reaction. It's easy. It's simple. And Ryan Hall, please get out of my head. I'm hearing him in my head saying that. It's not my original passion, okay? I'm just going to say it. This was not my original passion. My original passion was to go on there, talk about my family, my virtual family, and, you know, talk about my virtual vacation. That was my original passion. But then Nick Vogt, our friend, basically, like I said, got me into this. This was not a passion of mine, okay? I'm going to tell you the truth. This was not really one of my original passions. But then I listened to Ryan Hall, and he said, and I quote, "When you start up a YouTube channel, do something that you're good at. Do something that you're good at. It doesn't necessarily have to be your passion." I think that's what he meant. It doesn't have to be one of your original... I don't think he meant it doesn't have to be something you don't like. I don't think that's what he meant. And I think if he were here, he would agree with that. What he meant was, now that I'm talking about it out loud and thinking about it, what he meant was it doesn't have to be something that you wanted it to originally do. It has to be something you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, and you know what you're doing when you're doing this. I don't think it doesn't have to be something you don't like to do. I don't think that's what he meant. And I think if Ryan Hall were commenting on this, he would agree with that. That's what I'm talking about. Because he did. He said, it has to be something you know something about. And I know something about coffee. I mean, I don't know everything. I'm still learning. Just like, my friends, I call them my friends even though I've never met them. I still feel that they're YouTube friends in a sense. They don't know everything there is to know about horses. They're learning about colors and stuff like that because, they breed for gentleness. They breed for, trail riding. But they're learning about color, which is not something they concentrated on. They're learning about that. I'm going to be learning things about coffee. I don't know everything there is to know about this beverage, okay? I don't know everything about coffee. I don't. but I'm willing to learn. And that's the thing. I think that's what he meant. I don't think he meant, now that I'm thinking about it, because I was thinking, and I do disagree with, if he did mean it where, well, if he meant it in the term of, it doesn't have to be something you're passionate about, it doesn't have to be, that's where I would disagree and say, if you don't have somewhat of a love for it or some type of a passion for it, you don't want to do it. That's where I would disagree with him. But if he's talking where it has to be something that you know something about, not necessarily one of your original passions in life, that I would agree with. Because this was not my original passion was not to come on here and drink coffee and talk all day. Okay, that was not an original goal in life of mine. But if I end up down the road getting paid for this, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm not going to be offended by that. Now, of course, it'll be under my real name, but still, because I don't use my real name online for safety concerns. But hey, if this becomes a paid job, I swear to God, if I get a paid job drinking coffee and getting paid for it, okay. Thanks, Grandpa. Thanks to the person who also gave me this name as well, because like I said, because he told me when I was younger, one of these days you're going to love coffee as much as I do. And I looked at him, I said, yeah, right, Grandpa, you're full of it. No, I'm not. No, he's not. Oh, shoot. But yeah, Grandpa wasn't fooling. Because I have to have a cup of coffee in the morning. That's it. Now, of course, I do not drink it all day. It's just a morning thing. It has to be a morning thing. But yeah, I love it. I do. I love doing this. I look forward. Honestly, the intro clicks on. I hear that intro and that first song, Cafe Scarlet, comes on. And it's just immediate. I love it. I mean, and one of the songs, it actually says, and I believe it's Scarlet's Brew that says it, Scarlet stirs her passion in the morning glow. Yep. Because it's become, it wasn't originally, when I started this, it was like, this was not really what I was planning on doing, honestly. It was a surprise channel altogether. This was not, a planned channel. It was, I did not plan to go on here and drink coffee and do taste tests. I wasn't planning that. Nick did. That, and I will give Nick Vogt credit. Nick did it again. Nick strikes twice. Because he's the one that started me with my radio stuff. He also started me with this. Now, if, God forbid, this takes off, I'll have to quit my other passion. If I can't keep up with it all. Because if this one, just starts and it blows up and I can't keep up with everything, I'm going to have to quit the other one. And, I'm starting to understand that that's facts of life. If this is what helps me in life, then, if this is what God is wanting for me, I don't know. I don't know God's plan. Only God knows his plan. Okay? Because I am a strong Christian. And if God's plan is for me to do this, I feel that he'll show me. And if this thing starts to go and starts to get higher and higher in the subscribers, and to the point where I start getting earnings, I'm not gonna, you know, get mad. I'm not gonna get angry. I'm gonna feel like, oh my gosh, this really happened. What? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be surprised. Because honestly, if it happens, when it happens, I'm being corrected by Granny over here. In my head, I'm hearing Granny, when? You mean when? Like, if it happens, let's say in the next few weeks, just things start to grow. If it happens in like a year, I don't know. That's the if part of it. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being a total nut, a total, and I don't mean this in a mean way, being a total geek. I don't mind that because I've always been a geek. Because I'm weird, and I will admit that. And I mean that in an affectionate way. You know, we all get weird. And I'm quoting a song. We all get a little bit weird sometimes. Yeah, I'm showing my age here at 41. Okay? Normally I will not quote that group, but that was a song by Hanson back in the 90s. Everybody gets weird. Not everybody shows their weirdness, but everybody gets weird. Okay, everybody gets a little bit weird sometimes. We all do. We all have a weird thing. Nick has a weird quirk. You know, Missy can get weird. We can all get weird. But hey, that's the fun thing in life. If we were all the same, it'd be a boring ass world, let me tell you. But, and that's the thing with this. I can get on here, drink coffee, and be my weirdo, goofy self. And that's, you know, if that's what people want, I'm in. I'm not, like I said, I'm not Lonzy. Lonzy's more of the laid back, serious one. I'm the weirdo, okay? Lonzy would tell you that. I'm the wacko. I'm the weirdo, okay? I love being weird. All in good fun. I love being the weirdo. Okay, I enjoy being the weirdo. But, you know, that's what I love. I love being my weirdo, goofy self. Now, if by chance, let's say, and I just thought of this, because me and Lonzy's chat thing, I got to talk to him still about that, if he wants to do that, will be on Wednesday as well. But of course, it'd be in the afternoon. I can maybe get the staff to come in the morning and go to the PO and check the PO, see if I got Happy Mail. I could do the taste test that day too. I could do 2 separate videos that day and get them both up. Unless it's more than one. I could open the Happy Mail even in the morning, the next morning, and do it. And do it straight up in the morning. And put it on as a taste test. Especially if there's, you know, several different ones. I can put different ones and do the taste test. I will open all that Happy Mail on one particular video, and I'll put them in different areas where I know where they're located. That is definitely something I will do. And, you know, I'll have some fun. I mean, this is going to be, because I wanted to give you guys any options you guys could have. And like I said, down the road, if I have to go Patreon, if I do a members thing, throw ideas at me. I don't care. Give me ideas. I'm up for ideas, guys. Because I don't know what to do separate from, you know, because this is the straight up thing. Now, one thing I can think of is I could give the members a sneak peek of this is some stuff that we'll be tasting. I could do that. So if they're members, I could sneak them some, you know, I can do some videos like this and do, okay, we could do a taste test on, okay, we're going to taste test this, 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 and this. This will be some new stuff coming up, and give them a new the new stuff before anybody else. That would be one of the ideas that I could have. It just depends on other things I could come up with. And, you know, I could even ask Kate, you know, in case this thing does take off. I mean, if it takes off, I'm going to be just happy, honestly. I'll be very happy that this takes off. And if it doesn't, then I have my little group. But if it does, I am all for doing this. I have no problem doing this. This is actually, like I said, this is actually kind of fun. I enjoy this. This is fun. Just sitting here. And that is my stomach growling. My goodness. I just woke up and I'm just drinking coffee. This is what I do. If I wake up, I first things first, give me my cup of Java. I need it. But yeah, I enjoy this. This is fun. And even my SSA got on there and she's like, that is cool. She's like, that is neat. Now, I don't know, you know, I don't know if some of my friends from the shelter will follow. But hey, that's what, you know, I'm going to do. I'm going to mention it to them, you know, and say, hey, if you guys like coffee, you like different flavored coffees, feel free to follow it. Get the word of mouth out there. And, you know, and you guys as well, please, if you've got friends that are into coffee, feel free to share this with them. And let them know about this. And let them know about the crazy fun we have over here. Because that will help as well, boost it. You know, if you share it with your friends and they share it with theirs, that'll help me out. And, you know, to show me that, hey, this is what you need to be doing. If you want to help out, that would be your way of helping out right now. If you want to do that, just, you know, give it to your friend who likes coffee. This woman drinks the craziest stuff and makes things up just out of her imagination. You know, hey, send it on, you know, on over to them if you want. Because, yeah, I mean, this is fun. It's really a lot of fun to do this. And, you know, I enjoy doing this. I really do enjoy doing this. This one is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, when I hear that theme song start, and for those of you who don't know, if you didn't hear the vlog I did before, I think the two that we have, because they're both Suno AI generated, both songs, so they're not copywritten or anything. Trust me, I wish I could copyright these because they are so good. I wish I could partner up with them and copyright these because they are good. They are catchy. But the first one, the first guy, not that it is, but it sounds just like Tim McGraw. I mean, to a T. It reminds me a little bit style-wise of Tim McGraw. The last one, he reminds me of Steve Wariner. I really think he does. Especially when he gets up and hits them higher notes. It's like, hello, Steve. How you doing? I mean, not that it's Steve Wariner, but I mean, he reminds me of him style-wise. He just... I mean, these two really... And that's what I love about these particular two. They do not sound like AI. If I wouldn't have told you they were AI, you guys probably might not have been able to really tell. That's what I like about these. Some of them sound so robotic. It's like, oh my gosh, whoa, hello. But these two, to me, do not sound that. They don't sound AI-ish to me very much. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys these updates and things because, like I said, I wanted to keep you guys posted because you're probably going to be hearing all that stuff about the Happy Mail thing and you're going to be going, wait a minute, Where do we send it? Well, I will keep you posted. Like I said, as early as tomorrow, as late as Wednesday. It's not going to be today, of course, but tomorrow, between tomorrow and Wednesday, keep a lookout for another chat, for another Scarlett's Coffee Lounge, and I will give you the Happy Mail address if you want to send Happy Mail. If you don't, that's okay. If you want to just support by sharing this, that's fine too, because that does help as well. So, I mean, any help is greatly appreciated. I appreciate that because, you know, it does help. And with it being new, and now that we're up and going, you know, it does definitely help to get this shared out there, and, you know, getting it out there really helps, because there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there and they probably don't know about all these crazy things. I mean, maybe they do, but they've never heard somebody actually taste the wacko stuff. So and like I said, I do different things. When I do demonstrations, I demonstrate and then I chat. You know, I don't just demonstrate and teach and run. That's not how I do things. I want to do mine differently. Because I'm not normal. I'm weird. And it's fun. Weird is good sometimes. So, you know, I enjoy teaching. I enjoy this a lot, you guys. And I hope you guys are enjoying it with me. Enjoying the start of this and watching it grow. It's like watching a child grow from an infant to an adult. Like I said, this one's got more than any of the others do. And it's like I'm watching an infant grow into an adult. That's the best way of describing this. And, you know, I'm ready for the fun. I mean, I'm saying that now, but probably when it hits, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, what happened? What the... You're going to be freaking out. I know it right now. Yeah, I'm going to probably be overwhelmed, and I honestly will probably cry. I'm not going to lie. I will probably literally cry. If this thing goes and starts getting bigger, if this thing passes up my karaoke channel, that will actually break me right there. That first part, that first milestone will break me. If it passes up my karaoke channel, and like I said, I'm not telling anybody what that is, but I will come on here. If it does, I will do a special thing and I will celebrate that. If it passes my karaoke channel, and I'm not even going to tell you guys the number, but if it passes that, because that one has the most, my karaoke channel has the most subscribers right now. And there's not even anything, I haven't had anything on there in years. But if that happens, I will literally cry. I'm not kidding. I'm going to be like, whoa. That would be, yeah, that would be a sign right there. If this thing passes up my karaoke channel, I will consider that one a sign of from above. If this thing, and I'm calling it right now, I'm saying this to you guys on here. If this passes up my karaoke channel, and I'm not giving, that way nobody knows, I'm just gonna, I'm saying this, just throwing ideas out here. If this thing passes my karaoke channel and subscribers, I'm going to consider that a sign that this is what I'm supposed to do on here, on YouTube itself. Now, if it gets to the point where it's really getting, and I'm basically earning money for it, I'm going to consider this is what I'm supposed to do in life. But if it gets past my karaoke channel, I'm not going to upload anything to the karaoke channel at all. I was planning on doing it, but I'm going to stop. I'm not going to yet. I'm going to test far out and see if I'm right. So if this thing beats it, if this thing cracks that subscriber count, because I'm going to keep this one going. I'm not going to keep the other one going. I'm just going to see what happens, because nobody, there hasn't been anything on that one in years. Now, if it cracks it by give it a year, at least a year. So not by, let's say we'll go next June, because we're going to be, since it's close to June anyway, we'll just give it till next June 1st. So June 1st, 2026, if it cracks that subscriber count, I'll know that this is the channel I need to be concentrating on the most. Now, of course, a Match Made in Heaven, I'll be concentrating on it as well. But if this one right here, because this one has the most out of the three, if this one cracks it, if this one cracks that subscriber count, then I'm going to know that this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Only God knows. So if he lets this happen, I'm just stating a fact that I don't know what he's wanting me to do up here. Okay? So if this one gets bigger than my karaoke channel does, then we're going to go from there. And I will keep you guys posted on that. And like I said, you don't know the karaoke channel because I'm not saying it. Only my friends know it. And guys, don't tell, because that's part of the challenge. This is a challenge. So you guys are involved in a challenge. It's fun. So if this one goes higher, I'll know. Because right now it's several below it. So we'll see what happens. Yep, we're going to see what happens with this. And like I said, I'm willing to face facts that if this is what I'm supposed to do, I'm willing to do that. And if, let's say, for example, it does it within the year, I will tell you guys, we will celebrate that fact. That what I thought was not going to happen actually did. So we're going to see what happens there. We're going to see what happens there, folks. Okay, we're going to see. It's going to be fun. Let me tell you, it is going to be a lot of fun. And, we're going to have a lot of fun over here. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal, is to have fun, relax, have some positive fun, positivity. Yeah, life isn't always going to be, a positive experience. But if you put a positive spin on it, try to anyway, it makes you feel a lot better. I mean, yeah, I did have some venting in some of the chats, but it's just because people don't understand safety, and that's a really sad thing. But, try to put a positive spin on it and laugh about it and be like, hey, they'll understand hopefully down the road. What are you going to do if that person realizes it and this thing is like blown up? They'll be surprised. That's for sure. I think the person will be surprised, because I don't think that this particular person, my bio, I don't think she would have thought, oh my gosh, she's going to be successful doing that. She would have thought the other one. Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's why I'm putting the challenge out there. Because mom would have assumed I would have been successful with the singing thing. Now, if we're saying this if this one is not up there by June 1st of 2026, if this one does not blow up and pass my karaoke channel, I'm going to try to start uploading next June on there. And we'll see which one is more successful. Now, of course, the other one, again, I can't do videos, which is not cool. The other one has video, but I can't do the videos. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting how I'm going to do that. We'll just see. I mean, if it's close, I'll just leave it alone and see what it does by July. But if it's over it, if it's past it up, I'm not going to worry about it because I'll know that this is the one I need to concentrate on the most. This one and the others. So, yeah. Because, yeah, this is going to be fun. I tell you, this stuff is so good. I forget whose brand this is again. I forget, but I love. And I do, I think that somebody else did a peanut butter one, but not peanut butter cup. And you know, guys, I was almost tempted. There was some peanut butter sitting next to the milkshake maker. I almost threw a blob of peanut butter in this. You almost did it. I saw you. You reached over to that twice. I did. I seriously about stuck peanut butter in this coffee. I almost did it. You know, a certain person would have loved that. Yeah, a friend of mine who loves peanut butter would have loved that. Especially if you'd have put the chocolate creamer in it, he would have loved that extra glob of peanut butter right in the top. Yes, he would have. But anyway, folks, I will see you soon. I'm going to wait on our new intro to get this ready. And I will catch you guys back here soon on the Far Out World of Coffee Creations. Have a great day. Enjoy a nice cup of coffee, and we'll see you back here soon. Goodbye, everyone, and God bless.
In a small town kitchen down a gravel road, Scarlett stirs her passion in the morning glow. Morning start with laughter, mugs are overflowing. Love and joy in every cup, every heart she's owed. She grinds the beans at sunrise, sunlight in her eyes. Creates a brew so perfect, like Tennessee skies. From cappuccinos creamy to espressos bold, every sip a story, every cup of gold. Scarlett's Brew, a wonderland, bringing joy to everyone, cup in hand. With each gentle pour, she fills our days. Her kitchen's magic in so many ways. Friends gather round the counter, waiting for their turn. She knows just what they need without a word discerned. She serves it up with kindness, warmth in every sip. In Scarlett's little kitchen, love's a steady drip. From frothy latte swirl to caramel sweet, her creations sing a melody, life's simple treat. With a heart of gold and skill unmatched, brings us all joy that's deeply latched. Scarlet's Brew, a wonderland, bringing joy to everyone, cup in hand. With each gentle pour, she fills our days. Her kitchen's magic in so many ways. Scarlet's Brew, a wonderland, bringing joy to everyone, cup in hand. With each gentle pour, she fills our days. Her kitchen's magic in so many ways.